She keeps a Moet Chandon in a pretty cabinet.
You've got all sorts going on at the moment. Not only are you Roger Taylor, anyway, just for starters.
Well, that's normal for me.
You've got a new album, you've got your solo back catalogue coming out, you've got the Queen Extravaganza tour. I don't even know where to start. We're going to hear some tracks as well. Let's start with the new album, Fun on Earth.
Okay,
This has been quite a while coming.
Yes, it's a labour of love. It's a bit of a roller coaster. Lots of different styles on it. I think probably because it took me. It's made over quite a long period of time. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. I feel it's a sort of a closing of a circle.
In terms of working as a solo artist compared to working with Queen, it must be very different. And obviously, there's been, Queen has had so many different stages as well.
Yeah.
And of course, you had your band, The Cross.
Yeah.
So you must be used to turning your hand to working in a lot of different ways.
I mean, pretty much. The great luxury of doing solo stuff is, it's a double-edged sword, really, because I mean, it is all down to you. You have to make all the decisions, really, and you can't bounce off, or you can bounce off your co-producer, but that's about it. It's all down to you. But on the other hand, there's no arguments.
Yeah, I can imagine maybe. Yeah, what you say goes, right?
That's right. Yeah.
In terms of writing, are you a prolific songwriter? Do you have...
No, I don't think I'm prolific, but I just wait for an idea to come. And if I have a nice idea, like it might be a chord sequence, or it might be a phrase, a lyrical idea or something, or I think it might even be a beat, So I just really wait, which is probably why it takes me so long to make anything.
It's like I said, it's fine. You're Roger Taylor. That's okay. You recorded one track for the album with Jeff Beck.
Yes, yeah. That was a live rehearsal.
Wow.
About the third time we'd played it, we were going to do a show together, and I mean, playing with Jeff is just such a delight. He's just the finest guitar player. And so it was a nice take. I thought, well, that would be really great to have on the album. And I can say I've got Jeff Beck on my album, which is a good thing.
When did you first meet him? You must have known him for
years and
ever.
years. I think we used to knock about a little bit in Los Angeles. And he was doing some stuff with Rod. I think Rod Stewart, at the time. Yeah, I've known him for quite a while, but you don't see somebody for years sometimes,
And they're always the best friends, the people that you slot straight back in with.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a listen to that track from the album. This is Say It's Not True from Roger Taylor's new album, Fun on Earth.
The harder we play, the faster to me.
For those who don't know, you are obviously a drummer, but for those who don't know, how did you end up behind a drum kit rather than anything else?
Well, I think I found out. I tried the guitar, or the ukulele, and then the guitar. It's difficult, and I'm sort of okay on the guitar, but I just found the drums were I naturally fell into it, and I think I had a certain ability with it. So I found it easy, which was great, and so that was the way forward. And then the singing got put on me, really, because I think the singer left in my band when I was at school, and we had a gig, and I needed the money, so I think I started singing. But I still come across people these days who say, "Oh yeah, you're in that band, aren't you?" I didn't know you sang. But I've been singing for 40 odd years. So yes, I do.
But you to me, there aren't many drummers I can think of, probably count them on one hand, drummers who can sing. I mean, there are lots of drummers who are big drummers, and are big personalities in their bands. But drummers who actually, do different things. There aren't many of you.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose immediately you'd think of Phil Collins, who was a great drummer and a good singer. Lee Von Helm and what's the other one?
Don Henley?
Yeah, Don Henley. Yeah, Don Henley, of course, who's a fabulous singer, isn't he?
But
Not sure about his drumming.
Paid my dues, time after time.
Roger Taylor is my guest, and I mentioned at the beginning of the show there's so much to talk about, kind of didn't really know where to start, but as well as releasing your new album Fun on Earth, you're also releasing your entire solo back catalogue called The Lot, which I think is a wonderful title because it is.
Well, hopefully, yeah, it is The Lot. Yeah,
it's, you know, when you actually read it on paper, when I was reading it on the press release, I was like, oh, okay, I was like, blimey.
No, I didn't realise how much I'd done, actually.
Yeah, there's loads. Is there 4 solo albums, 5? 5
solo albums, 3 cross albums.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other odd stuff that they've scraped around and found.
It must be quite nice to go through stuff like that, because obviously, you know, your Queen... your place in history with Queen is in one place, but it must be I mean, this is like someone else's whole career, that just your solo stuff.
It's very satisfying actually to get it all in a box, literally, and that's there it is. So, blimey, I did all that and it's in that box.
When you first started recording solo stuff, did you feel an actual need to do it, to step aside from Queen?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because having 4 good writers, well, at least 3 good writers in the band. You know, it was collaborative, but it also, you know, you only had a certain amount of room to really express yourself. So, you know, I had a lot of ideas, and it was just ideal for me to go in and make my own album. So, just to, you know, to give vent to my own expression and not out of just be one of the band.
And was it, you know, in terms of at the time, was that fine with everybody else?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody was always supportive of anything else anybody wanted to do. I mean, Freddie used to come into some of my sessions, and in fact, he ended up singing on one of them. Ended up nicking the song. But that was, heaven for everyone. He sort of took that one over. But and I used to go in when he was doing his solo album, and he used to get me to come and sing bits and, you know, do bits of harmonies and bits of percussion.
Well, what if you've got Roger Taylor standing there? You might as well.
Well, you know, if you've got Freddie Mercury standing there, that's what getting set to sing. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to play a track from The Lot. Then there's quite a lot to choose from, but I'm going to put that on you.
Boy, that's a hard one. That's really hard. Okay, let's pick one from Electric Fire. Let's pick A Nation of Haircuts.
Keith Richard, not Cliff Richard.
I want to talk about Queen Extravaganza with you, because it's currently on tour at the moment. Just for people who don't know, it's the official tribute band, right?
I guess that's how you would describe them.
It?
Well, you know, there's a lot of tribute bands around, you know, that for different bands, and we have our own fair share. And I just think it's a bit panto sometimes, you know. There's a bloke with a curly wig, there's a bloke with a stick-on moustache, and they're trying to look like us. But I wanted our music to be represented brilliantly by brilliant musicians, and it, you know, they didn't have to look like us at all. So we trawled the bedrooms of North America using the YouTube, and so the auditions came in that way, and we found the most amazing talent, including our singer, Mark Martel, whose his audition got 8.5 million hits. So his voice is so uncannily like Freddie's.
Wow.
It's scary almost. But the band is fantastic. Guitar player, drum, they're all brilliant.
And I like the way you described it, because I mean, I was looking through the newspaper last night, and tribute bands, actually, when you read the gig listings at the back, blimey, there are a lot.
There are a lot.
There were more than real bands.
Yeah, and they're not all good, you know.
No, and I like what you
Some
said.
Are,
yeah,
know,
of course.
But none of them are as good as this lot.
But and I like what you said, the fact that you are kind of the gatekeeper, because it is a
I mean, I was in somewhere in Tenerife or somewhere, and there was a Queen tribute band in the hotel, and they were dreadful. And I just thought, is this what people think we were?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want that to be our legacy. It's some kind of end of pier joke thing. You know.
So, in terms of your involvement with them, what is it?
Well, I put them together, and in a paternal way, and I really now let them go, just letting them develop into their own character, and they're just an incredible band. And I don't really interfere now, and but I'll be there at the door, counting the tickets,
loading up the flight cases.
Not like that actually, but I will be there because they really give me a buzz. They're amazing.
If I can put you completely on the spot and ask you to pick a Queen track that they do quite well. Obviously, they do them all really well.
And they do, actually.
But so if you could pick one of those that they do.
Let me think. Let's pick The Show Must Go On.
I can't have you here without talking about Queen. Just in terms of what you're up to at the moment. It might be nothing, but how are you and Brian?
I'm good. I'm on Al Murray's squeaky chair.
You are?
There it is. And now Brian's well. He's back from America today. He's been talking about stereo photography, I think. French stereo photography in the 19th century. There you go.
That's intense.
Mainstream stuff. It's all very... We did a gig about 3 weeks ago in Las Vegas, which was fantastic, with Adam Lambert singing. He's
doing incredibly well with you guys.
He's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah. He's getting better and better.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So, we do sort of soldier on in our occasional way.
And are there any plans for anything at the moment? You've been working on there has been mention of more archive stuff.
Yeah, I think there is a bit of stuff, and Brian's working on that really more than I am at the moment. But, I don't want to bring out... it's got to be good if it comes out, and so we'll see. Quality control.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like you mentioned about Queen Extravaganza, you are... You have got to have quality control over this stuff because, like you said, you don't want people to think... You want people to have the right image and the right notion of what Queen are and were.
And exactly. And, of course, with the Extravaganza, going back there for a second, they've got all the benefit of our visual stuff, of our, that we have on the screens there, which obviously isn't available to other people. But, and our expertise.
There's been loads in the press about the Freddie biopic. I can't let you go without asking about this. I mean, is it quite difficult?
Which I've never heard of it.
I was just about to say, but to me it must be almost because you knew him as a person. We know him as a rock star, and he's as an image a great talent. But he was your friend and colleague. It must be nigh on impossible to find someone to represent that. I know you're not actually producing the.
No, we're not the actual producers, but we'll be doing the music, and that does give us a lot of, obviously, power. But once they start shooting it, it's out of your hands. So we wanted to get all the right ducks in a row, and we need a great actor, I think, to portray Freddie, and warts and all, it should be the funny bits, the silly bits, the dark bits, and the triumph, we want it all in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, because it is quite easy just to, just to have someone in a catsuit.
Yeah, and it's not a documentary, it is. It's an entertainment.
Yeah, but we still don't have anybody that you can tell us about.
Well, I'm not the producer, and I don't do the things. But yeah, we were hoping for Ben Whishaw. I think I said that the other day, but got into trouble. But there you go. He's a great actor, I think, and I think he would do a fabulous job.
Well, we look forward to whoever it is, and we look forward to seeing it. Roger, I'm not going to let you go without getting you to... I'm going to get you to pick another Queen track and another of the tracks from your solo album. So let's take one from the solo album first, another track from the solo album. Which one would you like?
All right, well, you might as well have... I think the one they're playing on the radio, which is a track called Sunny Day.
I think we'll have Sunny Day. Let's listen to that. Sunny Day from Roger Taylor's new album Fun on Earth. Roger, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
To have a chat with you.
Thanks for having me.
And we hope you come back and talk to us again soon.
Of course.
I would like to end on your choice of another Queen track just because you're here.
Well, why not? Well, okay. One of my favourites has always been Under Pressure. So with Mr. Bowie.
That must have been an incredible track to.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually.
record. It actually sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Well, I think we can all go away just imagining how much fun that was.
Yeah.
Roger Taylor, it's been wonderful. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much. Thank you.